this magic green. It is the color green. It can do anything. Sometimes it speaks to me. It says, how? What have you done with your life? People around you keep dying. Use your will to right the wrong. Don't make us wait.
Hey guys, it's Sean Marshall, The Confluence back, and this time I'm here to talk about the LA Sci-Fi show in Los Angeles. This is a show that happens about 6 times a year, depending on the month. It goes month to month. It takes a lot of time off in the summer to get away from that San Diego Comic-Con time of year, but it's coming back this Sunday, February 24th, at the Los Angeles Shrine Auditorium. The regular hours are 10 to 5, although you could pay a premium and get in about 15 minutes early. 9:10 is the time they say it. So to get in at 9:10 for those special early bird bargains is $12, and to get in the regular time between 10 to 5 is $8. It's a very small show. It's really just, it's one big room, but that's all there is to it, is just one room. There's no panels. And basically what it is, if you imagine kind of a giant garage sale with about 50 vendors there, or an indoor swap meet, but specifically vintage toys, comics, and videos. That's really the rundown of what is there. Everything's a lot of 70s stuff, a lot of 80s stuff. Being a collector myself, I really like it there. There's a lot of deals to be had. I've not found a place that has better bargains on toys and comics literally anywhere under one roof, and so that's what really attracts me there. Some people say, "Oh, why are you going to the Shrine?" It's a dirty show, and it's kind of a big dirty room. I'll admit that, or a dirty hall. But that being said, any kind of swap meet setting usually is, and this is definitely that. But it's a place where I can find vintage Star Wars, vintage comics, Mego action figures, all kinds of things like that at the best prices, even better than eBay in most cases. One of the variables the show has, though, are the guests. Some months are big guests, some months not such big guests. A lot of C and D level actors from time to time, though, they have those bigger stars. And this one coming up this Sunday is one of their big months, where actually The Walking Dead, they're bringing some of the cast from that. They're going to have Andrea and Michonne there. And so this is kind of a nice time to be able to see them, for especially those of you that are going to San Diego Comic-Con and may want to get some of those Walking Dead autographs. This is a much better place to get them, because although there'll be a big line, it won't be anything like San Diego Comic-Con, where it probably will be a bit of a lottery system to even get close to them. So that's nice. Ray Park will be there, who plays Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joe films, and Darth Maul, of course. Some other guests too, some Terminator actors, Will Portacio from comic book fame, and so this is a really good guest list for the LA Sci-Fi show, a much bigger one than they've had really in the last year, and so it'll be a more crowded time. So if you're going for the first time this Sunday, just expect that it'll be much more crowded than the normal Sunday, or I should say the normal show there. Expected strengths for the show: really finding deals and oddities, finding things that maybe you don't find elsewhere. Last month at the show I found Planet of the Apes soap from the original 60s movie, just in a container soap. And so just kind of a funny, odd thing I didn't even really know existed, but added to my Planet of the Apes collection. It's awesome also to be able to get close to SDCC caliber stars on a month like this month without SDCC crowds, and so that's really nice. And at $8, you can't beat that. They will charge for autographs. Those prices aren't posted yet, so figure that in as well. Expected weaknesses: it's not really as much of a convention. It is more of a show or a one-day expo. So there won't be panels. There won't be any kind of breakouts. It's basically one giant room that's a little on the old and almost condemned building side, but with tons of deals, tons of vendors offering those deals. So what to expect? As I've said with the last couple shows, it's going to be a fun and relaxing show. It's not going to have that kind of stress that some of the bigger cons have. But that being said, it's really a collector's show. So if you're not really so much into picking up knickknacks or collectibles or comics or things like that, it may not be your place. But even if you're into new comics, there's a lot of 25-cent, 50-cent bins there, where I end up picking up a lot of my back issues from Marvel and DC from some of the titles that aren't the hottest, and I end up filling up holes there, instead of paying that $4 cover price. So I think that's one big toy and comic swap meet is what it comes down to. And this one, particularly this month, has some cool autograph options on the side. So it's just important going into it to know what to expect. Parking, there is a parking structure adjacent to it. It's, I believe, $10 normally, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the guests there. You can also try parking on the streets, but it's pretty tough. But you can definitely find parking if you have patience. My wife usually drops me off and finds a parking spot because she has that kind of patience. I don't. I'll just pay for the parking and go ahead and go straight away in. So, in the end, it really is one of my favorite shows of the year, even though it happens many times, but it's favored in a different way. It's not the type of show I'm going to go get a hotel room and spend the night or things like that or make a big plan about. But it's kind of a fun way to spend a Sunday, to go down there 2-3 hours, take your time, go through some comic bins, see some cool stars, take some pictures, and just have a good time. It's kind of, again, like going to a swap meet, but one specific for toy comic collectors. So anyway, that's a little insight into the LA Sci-Fi show coming up this Sunday. Hope to see some of you there. Until next time.
I have this magic ring. It is the color green. It can do anything. Sometimes it speaks to me. It says, how? What have you done with your life? People around you keep dying. Use your will to right the wrong. Don't make us wait for too long. I swim in outer space. It's like I own the place. Do what the blue men say. Wish they would go away. They say, how? What have you done with your